What's up, everybody? Welcome to Proceeding Boldly. I'm Spencer, and I'm launching this mission with my Proceeding Boldly crewmates. Our goal is to produce fun, family-friendly, educational content that inspires others to proceed boldly in all areas of their lives. We'll do that by documenting and giving a transparent view of our lives, our struggles, our successes, and all the fun that we have in between. Wherever you are in life and whatever you're doing, proceed boldly while doing it and be the best that you can be. Let me give you a little bit of a background on myself and how Proceeding Boldly was born. I was homeschooled growing up, and my main two passions were always athletics and entrepreneurship. And even as a little guy, I knew I wanted to combine those two passions. My opportunity came midway through my senior year of high school. I was a multi-sport athlete. I played tennis for 4 years, soccer for 3 years, and football for 1 year. But soccer was always my number one passion. One of my best friends was named Breno, and he was from Brazil, and he played on my high school soccer team at the time.
Stop, please, serious.
And one night I was sharing with him my dreams of playing professionally, and he just stared at me and stated in broken English, "Why don't you come back to Brazil with me, stay with me and my family, and do some local tryouts?" So naturally I said yes. I went into the house and I told my parents I was going to Brazil. I spent the spring of 2018 training, preparing for the soccer trials that awaited for me, and I was so excited for the opportunity. But I knew I was going to miss my friends and family a lot, and I wanted to create an engaging way to stay in touch with them. So I recruited another one of my best friends, Bobby, and we got to work designing a blog. We spent hours architecting the blog and gaining tons of useful information on technology and design. And 2 weeks before I was scheduled to leave, we finished it. We completed the whole thing. Around the same time, I was reading the works of the most influential Austrian economist who ever lived, Ludwig von Mises. Mises is a personal hero of mine because of his lifelong quest to promote the message of liberty, freedom, and peace. My favorite quote of his, translated from Latin to English, says, "Do not give in to evil, but proceed ever more boldly against it." Right then and there, I knew that I had found a name for my mission, Proceeding Boldly. It's such a simple phrase, but it says so much, and it was exactly what I was doing throughout that transition to Brazil, and it was exactly the type of attitude towards life that I could support and be a proponent of. And so in May of 2018, the Proceeding Boldly blog was born. So in early June, I was in Brazil. I stayed with Breno and his family in the very safe city of Sao Carlos, and I got to work training. Unfortunately, 3 days in, I got injured playing pickup soccer with the locals, but I used my healing time to meet great friends, eat amazing food, explore the city, attend local events, all while documenting it on the blog. I really got to experience as much of that Brazilian culture as possible in that short amount of time. Soccer and life both. I was actually there during the World Cup, and I kid you not, when Brazil was playing, there was not a single person in the city that did not have a Brazil jersey on. When I was finally better, I began training with a local club called Ferroviarius, and they were absolutely amazing to me. I made really good friends with their team and their training staff, and I was looking forward to continuing playing with them. But unfortunately my visa was running out, so I had to make a decision fast. And although I could have stayed and potentially had an opportunity to earn a contract later down the road, at the same time I was being contacted by an old club coach who had an opportunity for me to play overseas in Germany. At that time, I felt like I had gotten as much as possible out of Brazil, and it was time for me to proceed boldly into the next adventure. So in the matter of 2 weeks, I bounced from Brazil to Florida to Canada to train in a professional development environment with the opportunity to go to Germany afterwards. In the fury of the transition, I lost touch with the blog and I stopped posting, but I didn't let that take away from my overall experience in Canada and continuing to live that Proceeding Boldly mission. I was blessed to be able to meet an incredible Christian family who provided for me in so many different ways. I'll be eternally grateful to them. And I was staying on the island of Victoria, which is just west of Vancouver. It's a beautiful place, so I was really able to increase my photography and my art skills as well. And I still got to play a sport that I loved. Unfortunately, I didn't connect with my coach well, and I just didn't feel like he had my best interest in mind, and when I was offered the opportunity to return to Canada after winter break, I declined the opportunity. I knew that I had better options in Florida. So even though my stay in British Columbia didn't turn out how I had wanted to, it didn't result in a chance to play in Germany. I'm eternally grateful for the friends and connections that I was able to build while staying there, and Canada was a huge part of the Proceeding Boldly mission.
Smoke! No smoke, no smoke. There's no water. No don't go, bro. And leave my mom alone. No smoke, no smoke.
So within weeks of returning to Florida, my mind was spinning, trying to come up with how to proceed next. And while I was evaluating my athletic options, I actually founded a technology company. I used all of the skills that I had gained with designing the blog and getting into arts and photography to offer those as services for other people who needed help in those areas. CopperFox was really cool because it's super flexible and it allows me to run that company at the same time that I play sports. So as I was starting CopperFox, I sent in my film from soccer and my 1 year of football to the University of South Florida because they're literally right down the road from my house. They're only 40 minutes away. I hop on the highway and I'm there. I heard back from them pretty much immediately. I had an opportunity to play either soccer or football, but I had never been super passionate about the college soccer option. I'd always wanted to play professionally, and since that didn't work out, I started to seriously look at football. So football was crazy because it was new, it was scary, I had so little experience with it, and that's ultimately why I decided to go that route. After all, that is what Proceeding Boldly is about. I walked in with no expectations, just an attitude that I was going to be the hardest worker that I could be every single day. And it turns out that's all you need. I was blessed to be able to start on kickoffs. And I also did field goals and punts during the season. In our very first game against Wisconsin on national television, I got absolutely blown up by a Wisconsin linebacker. We ran a fake punt and I just came off the edge and just got smacked. It was all over the media, it was in newspapers, articles, it was online, it was on YouTube, and now that I think of it, that may have been the start of my YouTube career, actually. Anyways, I had my highs and lows during that season, but I experienced about as much as possible in one season of football. I even scored a touchdown, and that was absolutely insane. I never would have expected that would happen in my life.
Oh, it's a fake, and a toss to the right side, and this is going to be a touchdown, I believe, yes! Spencer Shrader, the kicker, he was booking though, look at him run.
So it's 2020 now, and I'm reflecting on these adventures of the past that I had and how I carried a Proceeding Boldly mindset through all of those. But now I feel like it's time to share Proceeding Boldly with the world and spread that message and put that out there. I always say that the Lord will provide opportunities for you. You just have to be proactive and proceed boldly through. That's my ultimate mission with this channel. I want to inspire others to go on adventures and proceed boldly through life by sharing my stories and my friends' stories. So feel free to subscribe and let this channel be a reminder to you to proceed boldly. I am so excited to embark on this journey with all of you, and I cannot wait to see what we accomplish. Proceed boldly.